In 1969, Pierre Elliott Trudeau gave a very famous speech in Washington, D.C., in which he said, Canada, living next to the United States, was like a mouse sleeping with an elephant. And he was bang on with that analogy. But what's interesting is, Canadians weren't offended by the analogy. Nobody got upset by it. We agreed with it, and we didn't mind being the mouse. And why didn't we mind being the mouse? Because we liked the elephant, and the elephant liked us. It was a happy elephant. It was a smiling elephant with big floppy ears like Dumbo. Even had the word dumb in the name. It was perfect. And we loved Dumbo, and Dumbo did a lot for us. Dumbo protected us. Nobody fucks with the mouse when Dumbo's in the house. It was like me in grade 3 getting on the school bus, cocky as Larry. My brother was there, so no one ever looked at me. No one touched me because I had protection. But the kids that didn't have that, their lunch was everyone's lunch. That's the power of Dumbo. And then something terrible happened to Dumbo. And now it's like, okay, who gave crystal meth to the elephant? Oh. Relationships between countries go up and down. But for me, the thing that changed everything, the straw that broke the camel's back, the third rail, was when he started saying, we have to become the 51st state. I know. And at first, they came out and they said, oh, he's joking. And then we thought, yes, of course, he's joking. Because we couldn't imagine a world in which the President of the United States would be saying that Canada had to become the 51st state. But then he came out and said, I'm not joking. You have to become the 51st state. The only good that has come from him saying that we have to become the 51st state is now Americans know how many states they have. Yeah. He's the education president. But clearly, this erratic behavior south of the border, it has had a profound impact on Canadians. So much so, we did something recently that I didn't think we would do. In fact, we did something recently that I wasn't even sure we'd do again in my lifetime. We elected the Liberals. How did we do that again? We re-elected the Liberals? It wasn't that long ago, Canada. There was only one thing uniting this country. We were going to throw out the Liberals. No, we weren't going to throw out the Liberals. We were going to hurt the Liberals. We were going to punish the Liberals. It was going to be a bloodbath. And then an election got called, the shit hit the fan, Dumbo went berserk, and we elected the banker. Wow. Mark Carney, the banker. Do you know what's interesting about the occupation of banker? Nothing. Nothing. But do you know who I feel the worst for? And to be clear, when I say the worst, I mean in the entire world. Pierre Poilievre. I don't know how he gets out of bed in the morning. My God, this guy had a 30-point lead over the Liberals for 2 years. A lead like that for that long, that is unheard of in the history of polling in the industrialized world. My God, no one ever has a lead like that for that long. There's an expression or a saying in politics where when someone has a lead that's so far out that it is inconceivable that they can lose. And the expression is, the only way that guy can lose the election is if he's found in bed with a dead woman or a live boy. Well, now there's a new expression. The only way he can lose the election if he pulls a Pierre Poilievre and tells everyone Canada's broken. Canada's broken. Oh my God. The whole thing was just so embarrassing. He wanted to win so bad. It wasn't that he wanted to win so bad. He knew he was going to win. He knew he was going to win. So during the entire campaign, he took all his players off the ice. None of the Conservatives were allowed to talk to the press except for him. And he wasn't paying attention to anything that was going on. And then every now and then he'd say something about Trudeau, and Trudeau was long gone. It was like skiing in the Alps and growing his hair long. And then in the middle of the election, he gave himself a makeover so he'd look cool, took off the glasses and threw them away, ended up looking like some guy who nailed himself in the face with bug spray. Now he's got that like discount laser vision vibe about him. Oh, it was rough. And then on election night, okay, so the Conservatives didn't form the government, and I felt terrible for them, my Tory friends or anyone who voted for them, because they were so close. I mean, they came so close. That was a tough blow. And then Pierre, he didn't become prime minister, and he thought he was going to become prime minister, but not only that. He lost his seat. No. Listen, that's a blow. That's a real blow because that means he lost his job because he was leader of the opposition. And in order to be leader of the opposition, you had to have a seat, and he didn't have a seat, so he was no longer leader of the opposition. And then he wouldn't leave the house. Because the leader of the opposition gets a house that we pay for, and he wouldn't leave the house. He became a squatter. Except a squatter with like a nanny and a chef that we pay for. I don't know, he keeps saying Canada's broken, seems to be working for him. But now he's back. He's back. He's on the Hill right now. Further to the whole Canada's broken thing, we had to have a whole by-election just so he could get his job back. Only cost us $2 million. Now he's good to go, and he's back. And I'll say this about him. When he got knocked down, he got up, and he dusted himself off, and he ran for re-election in the safest Conservative seat in all of Canada. And that, my friends, is what I call courage. Or at least, that's what I'm going to say to him if I ever sit next to him on a plane.